Hey folks, doing? We're here at the fort. I think we're going to do an overnight tonight. We're going to stay out, we're going to build onto the fort quite a bit. I got some really good food, ribeye steak, some potatoes, cast iron to cook it in. I got Old Faithful, the Wildland Scout backpack with me, jam full of goodies. I got a tarp to put up just to see how it's going to look. I want to show you in here, it's dripping quite a bit, so we might have to deal with that too. But just as I said, the snow is gone. It's quite a warm day. So here's what I'm thinking. In all reality, there is very few instances where there's people here camping with me. I'm protected here. This is completely dry. There's no drips on me. This tarp is held 3 years now. Oh, going on 3 years. There's a hole here, like I said before. I still haven't brought duct tape for some reason. I keep forgetting. But I'm going to patch that up or put a new one there. I was also thinking, like, I replace this tarp with the same exact tarp, just new. And I could put one of these there above the logs, on the roof, above the logs, underneath the bark. It'll be hidden, and this whole thing will be waterproof. But it's not really necessary. I'm not really in a rush to do that part of it because it's going to freeze up. It's not going to be melting. The little bit of heat coming through here is not going to melt all the snow on top anyways. Even if it does, there's nobody here to get wet over here. It's totally fine. I'm here by myself. Even if Tripper ends up coming up with me sooner or later, he's back in here with me. This is just a protected dry area where I can be. So I'm not too concerned about these drips. All that said, I want to start to get to work. I rigged up this backpack pretty sweet to get out here. Pretty slick, if I do say so myself. So again, I've got the new Agua, right? So it's the same exact color as my backpack. I slipped this top strap. It's part of my backpack. I slipped this through one of the tie-out points, one of the webbing materials on the back of the Agua saw, and I slipped it all the way down through the axe sleeve, and it was secured up here so it wasn't going anywhere. Just slide it right out. That nice long, look, it's like the length of the backpack and the sleeping bag together. And on this side, I've got my full-size axe, my Grantsford Brooks Scandinavian Forest axe. I also have that hatchet that I carried in. It's up there. I just wanted to have a smaller one to work with as well as the big one when I'm doing delimbing stuff. I've got a lot of goodies. Cast iron, like I said. Get the steak out of here. Well, this does nothing for me. Maybe if I pull it up like that, I could get a little better grasp, but the fact is, this thing's way too big. I don't need this at all. I just wanted to put it up to see what a lean-to would look like here. And I do like the idea of a lean-to going from this tree and stopping here, going back down, out, away from the shelter, the fort, and then that way I can use this for storage, people to sleep under, and I can build this off. And I'm totally cool with having just this little passage through here. Can you see me? That's my doorway, actually. I kind of like it. I can even take this cedar down and make it a little bit bigger. My doorway on this side. So that's coming down, and I will start building. I'm starting to go find some trees. All of these were blowdowns or break-offs at the top because of an ice storm. Alright, well, it's a small start. I am warming up though, let me tell you. So, stop for a minute, get a drink of water. It's a good day. This is not the next day. Remember, I don't know if I told you on the last video if I left that part in or not. I said I was going to try and come back tomorrow, which would have been yesterday. I did not. We had to do some running around. But one day later, I'm out here. Not too shabby. I'm going to clean up these logs that I already collected and make a framework of a lean-to on the side just to frame it out, see how it's going to look, see how long they really need to be and how many I do need. So I know I want to stop right at this ridge pole here, sorry, this middle pole here. I measured it so That can go just under. I'll have to move these, but it looks to be close. I might be able to just frame it out and then just decide on using a tarp on this side, like one of those cheaper, like the ones I have on the back there, 12 by 16 or however big it is, 10 by 12. I'll have to measure it, figure out how big it is, but if I do that, I won't need to get so many poles for this side. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want it to look like. There's plenty of dead wood. It's not an issue. Even if I have to cut live wood for some of it, I'm not concerned about that either. Just because I know someone's going to ask. That green mass you see over there is a green tarp I had underneath the bed in the fort for the longest time. That stump's got to be cut down as far as possible just to make the actual room in here usable. Pinching now. Okay. I know what to do about this. There we go. That worked out all right. There she goes. I need to rub some sawdust and dirt and this sap so my fingers don't keep sticking together. There we go. Fresh as a daisy. Okay, just framing this up, because if I come back with a bigger tarp than this is a 10 by 10 again, I can cut the other one to size and have it come wrap around and be a complete wall here, like a straight wall down flat here. This is as far as this one comes. And I'm certainly not leaving this one out here. This is like my first piece of the kit. But yeah, I can tie this off here and keep it here today. And it's a good judge of how it's going to look. Check out this new Scout logo shirt, all blacked out, new, up on Bunker Branding website. Pretty cool, go check it out. Support the channel if you want to. Get a cool shirt if you want to. Alright, I honestly don't know what I'm going to do here. I found this other tree, and I keep finding big trees like this. This is the thing. If I can get some decent sized trees in width, then I don't feel bad about making, like, it's not a lot of work to get just a few trees to put this wall up. If I would have to get a bunch of small trees, it'd be a different story. Check this out. All this rambling for this. Here's the fort, and look, directly next to it, just like I've been saying, another tree that's snapped off. You can see it there, right in the middle. This tree here, snapped off. Decent size around, and that's all over this forest. This last winter was real brutal. And look at the size of it. Okay, I can get two, at least, yeah, I can definitely get two pieces off that, and that's going to fill in a bunch of space on there. And obviously, if I can use more wood than plastic man-made tarps or whatever, I'm happier to do that. Let's take this tree down and see. Walk around and see how many big ones. Look, but this is really big, but again, right next to the fort, and boom, broken off. So 100% dead, going to die regardless. Fair game, but very big. And I can certainly get two off of that too. Man, it's tempting. Yeah, let's take these down. Let's take these trees down. We can use them for something regardless if it's this wall. We can prop them up and keep them dry. We're doing two things though. We're keeping them from falling on our fort. We're taking them down and using them. So, yep. Well, I just went on a cleaning spree. Hopefully it looks like it. I figured when the snow comes, it would be nice to have still spots to walk around and to gather snow from. And I figured if I clear a big clearing, and there's a clearing out there, I can transfer snow with my sled over to here and make a front wall of snow. A full snow wall on the front. Maybe even a slide coming down. Just pile a ton of snow there. I think that would be super cool. So we'll leave the front open completely. No desire to close it up right now. Wanna see about a snow wall. I wanna see about a snow wall. Now this is all cleaned, I gotta get that tree down. Tight quarters, because I'd normally saw on this side, right? I can come around and we'll see if it works from this side. And it does, look at that. Doesn't have to be a snow wall. Nice. Nice, Brendan. This one's weird because there is this maple, there are dead branches up there too. Like, dead there, dead in the middle, but live when I slice the bark. Strange. Yeah, I really don't want that tarp there. I really don't want that tarp there at all. Bone dry maple though. Bonus. It's a little windy. That looks terrible on there. I hate the way that thing looks. It's coming right down that silly looking tarp. Well, this one's going to be a bit different. You can see it's relatively big. I think I might want to chop. I don't want to lose any. You know what I mean? I don't want to lose any of the length of it because I think I can barely squeeze 2 out of it. But I also don't want to just try to saw it. I can't just saw it straight through like I normally would. It's too big, it will bind. So I can saw it from 2 angles, and that will work. That's what I'll probably do to save it, because if I chop it with the axe, some of it will get, well, I'll lose, because I'll have to chop it higher than I could saw, and from the V it will lose some. So, all right, I've worked it out. I've worked it out in my head and out loud. Okay, not exactly what I wanted to happen. I'm gonna get my tarp out of here right now because it might roll this way and those branches might poke my tarp. So yeah, protection time. That was silly. I should have cut it more. I should have cut it free more. I left a pretty decent hinge on there. Aware of the kickback. I'm aware of the obstacles. close to the fort. Oh, so close to the fort. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. Too close for comfort, boys and girls. Oh my. Oh my. It was a big tree, no joke. Big tree, really big shoe. Really big shoe. Anyone? Darn it. Darn it all the heck. The cedar branches stopped it, but it wouldn't have hit anyway. It would have just hit these poles, but look how close, boys and girls. Oh, it hit the rope. Oh no. Oh, mad tension. Okay, it didn't pull through somehow. Did not rip out the tarp, which is insanity. I gotta get that untied and loosen the tension. Loosen. Oh. There you go. Oh, maybe it was the paracord that caught it. As well as the cedar branches. Okay. We got some splaining to do. We got some work to do here. That one and that one. I feel like I have quite the start to the wall. Maybe it'll just be a big, thick thermal wall. I can throw ferns on it after, and again, somebody sleeps here, throw a tarp up. Reality is, that's not really gonna happen too often. So, okay, here we go. All right, before you get too upset with me, before you think I'm too silly, remember the whole theme of this whole fort, the whole time, just fly by the seat of my pants, do what works, do what I want to do at the time. I don't want to do the lean-to anymore, okay? I think a better use of these big fat logs are going to be a straight up and down wall. Boom. Underneath the little overhang that's here, just completely underneath this ridge pole there. Just straight up and down, following this line from here to this pole here. That way I'll have a nice solid wall. I don't have to worry about thatching it with anything or putting any kind of tarp or whatever. I could just maybe like fill in the grooves later on. But yeah, and if anybody else wants to come and sleep over or camp out at the fort or whatever, have a sleepover, they can lay on that side. There's a big flat spot that's all enclosed right in front of the bed. Doesn't matter. There's lots of room, lots of space here and out there. I'm not really too concerned about that. But I do like the idea of having a flat wall. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take one of these sticks, measure how high it is. Actually, first I'm going to make a trench in the ground so that I can bury them in with dirt after, and then snow, and that'll get them to solidify into the ground like the poles back there. So it's going to be tricky to line them up completely on here and hold them with tension on the top, but I think it'll be worth it. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's roots and everything all right here. Pretty decent sized ones too. No matter. We'll keep this dirt too though. Well, there's a rock for my fire pit. I don't have Tripper here to pull this root out for me. Tripper dig. Oh, is it a decent size? Somewhat. Big old fat potato size. Nice. Go with the fire rocks. I just really want to rough out a line and learn where they're gonna go, and then I'll cut for each individual log. I'll cut a hole at that time. But again, for the measurer, for the marker piece, I do need to get into the ground as well to simulate where they're gonna go. So it's somewhat into the ground here, and if I cut it right there, it would be too loose or too sloppy. I need to cut it a little bit higher. I'm gonna make it even higher just in case. I can always dig the ground out more. But there's my mark right there. Holy smokes. Come on. Come on. There you go. Good thing I cleaned up this area. Poor cedar branches. Go back to your original position. Return to your original position. Go up. It stayed. Go up. That is hilarious. All right. Holy smokes. I don't think I can carry this one. I have to do one of these. That's pretty heavy. And that's seems to be much taller than it needs to be. Holy smokes. Oh yeah, that's plenty tall. Oh great. Just cut a couple inches off of it, no big deal. Well, I figured what the problem was. My dumb cut the length of this whole log. I was supposed to stop it here, and I cut it to here when I was measuring. So that's great. But anyways, I'm just working on a different piece now. We'll cut that real big one again when I get a little gumption. Not that this one's not big. Okay, it's a bit tall. Maybe I leave them tall and tie them on. Who knows? Let's see. Let's put them up here and see what happens. That's what we'll do. Okay. I just want to make sure that's not going to knock me on the noggin. 10 days alone style. But that's cool, man. That looks awesome there, doesn't it? Like, I love the looks of it. Okay, on to the other ones. Oh, she's stuck up there. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, baby. Okay. Again, this is way too tall, but I'm just putting it here to check things out. We can cut it after. Or maybe I put this there. Use this out as like a post. Maybe leave it long. We'll dig a hole and tie it. And that wouldn't look so bad. I don't know. Who knows if we'll cut it. What I think I'll do is flip that big one upside down, as much as I don't want to take it down and put it back up. the smaller end. I need to get rid of some of the weight, and then I'll cut it off. I'll cut the big part off on the top instead of leaving it long. It will. I know later on I will want to cut it. I'm just being lazy, so let's just trying to dig out this hole to a suitable size for the top of that log. I think it's probably getting there. Go down a little bit deeper. Then we'll size it up and cut off what we need to cut off once it's in the ground, and it's going to sit as low as it's going to sit. We'll save all that dirt. Check this out, we had a mishap. One of the logs fell right on my new Boreal 24. Put a little dent in it, but she still cuts fine, and later on we'll test it and see if it folds up the same as she used to. But we gotta get rid of these, because I don't want them falling down while I'm working here. Okay, this one's gotta go upside down. Wish me luck. Woo! Okay. Great success in the hole. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh man. Oh me, oh my. Okay. Well, seems to be that's where that's gonna go. So, I only want to cut this once. Cut it here. Oh, I'll spare you the, oh my goodness, the sight of it, but that was a lot of sawing. My arms feel like noodles. I had to ditch my shirt again. That's why layers are super important. If I just had a big heavy coat and a t-shirt or something, there'd be no in between. I have long johns, undershirt, pants, shirt, extra shirt, puffy jacket, and a coat. And a pair of socks in my backpack too, because my feet are going to be wet from sweat today. You want wet feet when you sleep. No wet feet when you sleep. That's what my grandma used to say to me. That didn't happen. Back in the day, old Nanny. Much more manageable now with like the 1.5 foot, 20-pound section cut off. Okay. Alright, we are going to try to get this one underneath. Maybe I'll even switch it back around now that that piece is gone. Let's see how it fits. Okay, if I get that dug a little bit deeper, I can more than likely push this underneath, and then this one alone I'll have underneath as like another brace for this, and I'll tie this to this, tie this and this together, just because it's so tall, and then every other one will go next to it. Bam. Bam. Perfect fit. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Look at the top. Look at the top. Where are you? Look at this. Hope you can see this. Oh, so I'm just going to pack a little bit of dirt underneath it because it is a little bit loose. But, man, that's about perfect. And then I'll tie these all together. I can't believe that. That is a perfect. Close to perfect fit. Okay, like I said, some dirt needs to get put back in the hole. Maybe even a wood chip or two. No worries there. Oh, I'm stoked. That looks cool. When it's up, it looks cool. I may have put a little bit too much dirt back in. We're about to play a dangerous game, but it is, if it works, it's worth it. If it works, this one's not even needed, really. No. Did it lift? Actually, if it lifts on this side, it might even be better because more of an angle going down that way. Whatever else I have to tell myself to make this okay. Can't even move it. I don't want to ding up the wood too much with the axe. Okay, she's pretty straight, relatively snug. Still a little loose there, but I can tie it off to there. This one's still solid, very solid, so that's good. So them two together, those two together, yeah, that's in there. That ain't going nowhere. Okay. One pull done. It's I'm starving. Gotta check what time it is. It's gotta be getting close to supper time, I would imagine. Yeah, this is a sap with dirt. I know I have gloves, but it's fine. The gloves are really just to keep my hands off pokies and keep them warm a bit. I can get dirty out here, that's alright. Just like I can chew with my mouth open and burp and toot, because it's an outdoor channel, right? Right. Look at that. Like nobody's business. Okay, yet again, change of plans. We've got 3 in there. This one is solid. This one is solid. This one, not so much. A little bit loose, but that's okay. Once they're all in, they're gonna get either a pole tied that way, connecting them all, or they'll get tied on somehow. There will be legit on there. There's some gaps, but you know, can always just come along and do one of these after, cover them up. Not a big deal, but I like how it's going so far. I got 3 big ones in there, like you see, and I'm really hungry. It's 4:30 now, so I think I'm gonna collect some firewood, get a fire started, so I can start on my food, because I imagine I'll be eating for another hour and a half or so at least. And while the fire's going, while I'm waiting for coals, I can, after my food's done being prepared, I can cut up more wood and try and get some more pieces onto the wall here. I do have 1, 2, potentially 3, 4, 5, or 4 at least more here. They don't all have to be that fat. It's just a bonus that some of them are, and that one's pretty big too. So anyways, I imagine we'll get some more work done too, but I'm super hungry. Gotta get a fire on. This cut off piece is gonna make a nice little chopping block, or whatever I need to use it for. I got 2 axes, got 2 pieces of cedar here. Let's use them both. First, the True Temper. This is a small axe compared to, this is not even a full-size axe. This is actually called a boy's axe. But anyways, this is a hatchet here. The True Temper. Oh, she missed. There we go. I like this one for its heft, for its size. It was clearing branches easier than if I would have brought my outdoor axe by Gransfors. Still can use it with one hand. Easier to swing than the longer one that I have with me. It's a pleasure to be able to use more tools than necessary. Make my life easy, and I enjoy it. Transfers Brook Scandinavian Forest axe. Yeah, tried and true, eh? More heft to it, obviously. Maybe even a more decent piece of wood, but she gets the job done, and I know it will. Boop. Look at these hands. These hands have seen sap and dirt on them because I tried not to be sticky anymore, but didn't work. Boom, 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 boom. These hands are filthy. These hands have seen a lot of dirt and some sap and some mud, and I don't know why I'm still singing. This used to be a song. It was a real song. These eyes. Well, it may not look like it in the camera, but we're certainly losing light. I got about an hour of residual light left. Enough time to get some stuff done still. Oopsies. So right now there's birch bark on there. We're putting some cedar shavings. Get it going nice and good. So we'll throw our twigs on. And move my camera. Yoink! I imagine the fire is going to give off a nice glow off the logs at night. Kind of excited to see that. Tons of camp vibes now. Hey boys and girls, super camp vibes over at the fort. We're going to throw some cherry wood on to grill the steak. I'm going to grill my steak and cook my potatoes and onions and garlic in my frying pan. I just like the taste of grilled steak more than a pan. Even though I haven't done that in the cast iron, I just really prefer. I just know I love the taste of the steak over the coals. I'm sticky. I'm sticky. Should have kept wearing the gloves, I think. Shoot, bang, bang. Wow. Lasagna. Okay. Oh no, what happened? All my wrappers, all my vanilla ices. I have the Field cast iron skillet on my plate. Oh yes, I remember what I did now. So in the side of this, I can fit my 12 centimeter zebra. And in there I have some steak spice, some peppermint tea. I have my onion, I have other spice, I have popcorn, I have a potato, and I have garlic. So we're going to grill up, or fry up, these guys with some oil, which I also have somewhere. Alright, we got some good wood on there, some cherry wood, making coals, and I got some more to hopefully smoke the steak a little bit while it's on there. Cut my onions up right now, relatively thin. Using my Deering Sammy Pucco. Love this knife. Probably one of my favorites I've ever had. Shout out John Deering. You can find him on Instagram under Deering Knives. I met him on Bushcraft USA. Camped with him a couple of times as well. Hope everybody's doing alright. Some strange times, but when isn't a strange time, right? It's crazy what I read on Facebook. It's unfortunate, but I understand as well. So we got a red potato, doing super thin slices like always. Not trying to sit out here for 3 hours cooking a potato. Real hungry. Grill is certainly not necessary, but I'd like to clean it off the fire before I cook my steak on it. So I might as well have a little platform for my grill, or my skillet. I am just so very hungry. I'm so hungry. Did I say that? I lose some. Gotta love the sizzle though, eh? Always love the sizzle. Lots of garlic, good amount of onions, and a whole potato. Uno potato. We're cooking up. Getting kind of dark out. I gotta keep stirring those potatoes because they're gonna stick. It's a hot fire. Put a good amount of oil in there, but still pretty hot. So how many of you guys enjoy these fort videos? I know I like coming here this time of year. I get quite a few comments saying, why'd you abandon the fort? Or the fort deserves more than one trip a year. Well, just be patient. It might be new. That's how it is every year. Even when I lived in Windsor, it was you know, shelter videos sometimes, but in the summertime it's canoeing and things like that, fishing, and then in the fall shelter building, winter. It's just a normal cycle. That's how it goes. I can't do the same thing all year round. I'd get sick of it. You'd get sick of it. So it's a good change when this time of year comes around. I get to switch out and people like that. But have no fear. Been doing this a long time. Going to continue doing it as long as I can. And I like my method. I like my format, you know. Switch it up with the seasons. Why not? I got 4 seasons where I live. It's nice to stay somewhat current and not rehashing things so quickly together. You know, every season it is pretty much the same thing, but there's seasons in between where it's not the same thing. Right? Alright, it's about time to put that steak on, I think. Potatoes are done. They're going to stay in that cast iron and stay hot. I got some cherry pieces there. Until they flame up too bad, we'll leave them there. Little steak on. Should be ready very quickly with this heat. Yeah. Check that out. Look how smoky it's getting. Cherry wood smoke. Let's try one of these potatoes. These guys. Gotcha. Oh man, that might have been just onion. That looks like a lot of onion and garlic together. Sorry. A lot of onion and garlic together. Ah, it's so good. Oh my goodness. That's so good. I put a little bit of Lowry seasoning on it. Wow. That's cool. How's that for light? It's a little cube. Light cube. Hard to do with my left hand. Excuse me. There we go. I don't even know why I brought a plate. And the steak juices for the win. Oh yes, she's cooked. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. So excited with that. So very much on point. Am I even filming? I don't even know if I'm filming. So freaking good. Oh man. I am filming. Look at that. Hear the coyote? Oh. That's really close. Oh man. Can you guys, I hope you can hear that. Maybe that's worth going to bring the camera over there. Of course he stops. This is honestly an A+ meal. An A+ meal. So good. Oh my goodness. This is hitting the spot. I will get back to you in a little bit. I gotta mow down on this. Just chilling down. I'm done. This is all I have left. But I like to pick at the meat right next to the bone. It's super tender. On the fire it goes. Well, that was so filling and so very good. I gotta get some firewood. It's pitch black now, but with this light, we got the other light. We'll be able to, we kind of know our way around a little bit now, and I cleared out this whole spot. It's not a big giant jumble of mess, trip around and everything, so I don't feel too bad about going out and getting some firewood tonight. I'm all greasy from that steak. Super good. Super, super good. Alright. Up and at them. Somewhat dry. Night ducks. I'm glad I was able to get out today. Come spend the night out here. It's very camp-like. Super happy to be out here. Spending, like I said last time, I spent a lot of time at home with the kid. Her and Autumn and Tripper have been just real close lately. What? Hold on. What do you want to say?
Tripper.
Tripper what?
Tripper is following this with camera.
Do you love Tripper?
Yeah.
Is he your doggy?
Yeah.
Tripper, can you be quiet for a minute? What else? What else do you want to say?
I was say.
I'm gonna go camping tonight.
Can I have a camera?
What?
That's the same to Daddy.
What are you saying to me right now?
Can I have a camera?
Can you have my camera?
Yeah.
Well, for what?
Oh, Daddy. Again.
Okay. Lay down. Relax. Give Tripper a hug. Tell him you love him.
I love you too, Tripper.
Give me kisses.
Kisses.
You love him?
Yeah, I love you too, Tripper.
You're such a good girl. Lay down, Tripper. Get it. Tripper is on the mend. Thank you for the concern. Okay, no joke. Like, I know that the fire is pretty big right now, but I walk under here and I feel warmer than I am out there. It's trapping some heat. Obviously nothing crazy, but a couple, maybe a degree warmer than out there. I can feel the warmth of the fire. As far back as, maybe even as far back as here. But man, in the wintertime, when this thing's closed up, you know what I might even do? Oh snap! Put a piece of thick plastic here, boom, like this, because I still need to have some light in here, right? I still need to, for filming and seeing and stuff. In the daytime, it doesn't. Sorry, in the wintertime it gets dark early. Whatever. I could put thick plastic, boom, boom here. Leave this open like just like this, and have this as a window, and for light and everything to come through. The other side will be closed off for the most part from there to there. That's not a bad call. I think that would be a slick move. Anyways, when this is, I can enclose this as much as possible. Snow wall on the front, that much pretty much closed off. I can maybe build just a crude removable door that I could plug this with, have the fire in here, maybe even open this as the vent. Ooh. Open this tarp up as the vent for the smoke to go out. Anyways, keep myself quite a bit warmer in here than it is out there. This is all coming together real good. 3 years in the making. 3 years in the making. Again, it was never supposed to be a rushed job. I don't do anything quick, except for canoe and backpack. Right, Will? So what I really want to do is build a fire pit in here. I need rocks though, and I can import them from home. I have a ton of rocks, like flat, big ones. I'll have to like drive here in my truck and then either have my four-wheeler and pull a trailer, or maybe a wheelbarrow. Like if I had like a heavy duty wheelbarrow with like 4 wheels, or even if that's such a thing, maybe a wagon I'm thinking of. Anyways, to get them in here somehow, because there's not much. Like I found the only ones that are around here, and I've looked quite a bit. But build a substantial like U-shaped fire pit, but obviously that's all like after getting this enclosed. Like number one priority is closing these walls off, figuring out what I'm doing before winter gets here, like winter proper. But which honestly again should be last year and the year before was already here. There was already snow on the ground, quite a bit of it. I'm not going to bed just yet, but I will get my bedroll ready. And here I have a mech Talon. It's at -10. It's nowhere near that. I just didn't want to use a quilt this time. I wanted to use an actual sleeping bag. And I think this, for sleeping bags, this is the most mid-range one I have. Oh my goodness, I hate blowing these things up. Redonkulous. So I've cleaned this area up quite a bit, just so I have more walking space in and out. I've laid down in my bed, lay down on either side. This side is the more comfortable side to keep my head on. So I'm going to move this chair. This chair has been here for quite some time. Move it over to here so that I can see the fire when I lay down. And I kind of think this might be a little bit more out of the way somehow, because yeah, this wall extends farther. So I can tuck this right back in and have it somewhat sturdy. I'll be laughing. Yeah. Feels good on the back. It's getting late. It's gonna be 11, 10. It's 10. Oh, I'm old. This is a small Nalgene container filled with popcorn kernels. Oil fills the bottom just enough, maybe like a millimeter or two, all on the bottom. In Canadian, ooh, that's gonna get hot. And then you gotta shake it. It gets hot. You gotta switch hand method. Oh, it melts the gloves good. I think I might have done wrong here. It usually goes by now. Ow, and I think I melted my coat. Oh, I spoke too soon. I think that's it. I think that's it. And oh, popping out the top, and so we're gonna put some Lowry seasoning salt on it. Put that ish on everything. Should be pretty good. We'll still have some Montreal steak spice. We can mix it up halfway through. These are just these little Nalgene containers. Super useful. Reusable. That's what this is too. This oil container. Alright, let's dig in. I'm having fun, man. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I thought I pooched it at first, but I did good. So invigorating getting ready for bed in the chilly weather. The fire is so far away from the bed here that it's not doing anything. I don't need it to. Again, the sleeping bag is more than enough. I'm just saying, it's not warm over here. Alright, well, I'm going to hit the hay. We'll get up, we'll cook some bacon in the morning, we'll do a little bit more work on the fort. I'm going to move that camera closer so I don't have to get up. guys wish me a good sleep. Shall sleep well, I'm sure. I know laying down is always nice. Laying down is always nice. I might have to put, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll chance it tonight. But I want to put stopper pegs to stop me from rolling off this. Yeah. Pound them into the ground. Because this is kind of slidey. I slept on here a handful of times. But yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that. I had that at my other fort there. At the best lean-to. The best lean-to. Yeah, that one. Anyone remember? You were the best lean-to. Alright folks, I have to grab you now. Good night. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning. I switched sides at about 5:30 in the morning. I moved my whole bed around, and it's not better on this side. I was sliding a little bit on that side, falling off the bed, and this way I'm sliding down. But anyways, when I put those little stopper posts up, like I said last night, that will stop the whole problem, and I'll be able to sleep on the other side, no problem. I slept till 5:30 pretty good, and then I just couldn't go back to sleep then. I don't know what time it is now. I have to try and find my phone. It's in my pocket somewhere, but obviously there's light out. My feet are pretty cold. I must have dropped down. My arm being outside of my sleeping bag is cold. My feet are very cold for the rating of my sleeping bag, to be honest. But other than that, everything's good. I'm hungry. I want to get up, get a fire going, warm up, and start building a little bit before I get out of here. It's dead calm. Alright, up and at 'em. No. Tiny bit of warmth, but no, nothing substantial. I'll have to go grab some twigs, some birch bark, and get this thing going. Oh. It's 7:30, so I must have passed back out relatively easily because I thought it was only going to be 6:30 at the latest. Very, very foggy this morning. Very foggy out. This is just going to be my measuring pole for now. I want to go cut that log that's laying on the ground. I don't want to leave it on the ground right now, or when I leave today. So, as far as measuring goes, or as my Ohioan turned Californian friend Kyle would say, as far as measuring goes, Kyle? Measure, weigh and measure. I miss Kyle. I think I might have to switch out my blade. We'll see. I was cutting up an old fence post I found last night. The cedar log I had was a fence post, and I was cutting it, and all of a sudden, and it was like a metal old nail or like a hoop in it for tacking wire on. Anyways, then I tried to saw after that, and my saw wasn't working half as well. No, it's gone. Yeah, let's switch out the blade. I think I really messed it up. Okay. I gotta slide these two pins out. Normally I'd use like for my multi-tool, I didn't bring it. Something for my multi-tool, like a piece of metal, but I don't have one with me. Let's see. Here's the case it comes in. It has an extra sleeve behind to carry extra saws. Extra saw blades. So this one is the all-purpose, and I'll show you the difference in the teeth here in a second. Sweet, it's got extra little pieces. I might be able to use this blade to take off this this piece here. Yep, and there it goes. Well, good thing they gave me extra. I can find it. Let's take a minute. You just pop out these little pins. Don't lose those. It's a good thing they gave extra ones of these. Whoa. Get my fire steel to put it on. I just hope that this blade is tight enough without having to cut off those two extra pieces. It should be. Okay, let's see. No, it's sloppy. Let's go try it out, but it looks loose to me. I could put it on. Yeah, I could stretch it to let's stretch this one at least, and it'll just stick out a bit, I think. Well, let's go try. Let's go see how it works. Well, it's not so bad. I might want to tighten it, but she's getting pinched pretty good there too. All right. Haha. No piece left behind. Oh yeah, look at that. You gotta love it, man. I love the cast iron. Clean as the day she was born. This thing is getting seasoned nicely too. Scrambled O would say, nah. Where is he? Where's Scrambled O? He tried to come back for a little bit there. I saw some videos from him. I was excited. Then, it's a crazy year though. Who knows? Who knows, right? Wish him well. Hope he's doing good. Got five pieces of bacon today for your sizzling enjoyment. Sizzle action. Commence. Oh yeah, look at that. Not even sticking. Not even a little bit. Again, Field Company is who makes this skillet. Slippery bacon. Uh-oh. A little big. A little biggie. Sounds like there's rock down there. I could not control myself. I wanted to finish the bacon off on the grill to get a little bit of smoky flavor. I ended up eating 2 of the pieces of bacon, but that's alright. My water's done boiling now. I'm going to add it to my oatmeal. Sit down, enjoy my full breakfast, and then start putting some of that wall together. Oh, damn ducks. Fort ducks. Fort ducks. The Fort Farter ducks. The ducks of Fort Fartalot. Fort Farter. It's not the name. Don't name it Fort Fart. Don't do it. Hashtag Fort Fart. Maybe I can revamp this chair now that I have more room. I can make it a bit taller. It's not bad, it's just kind of low to the ground. Alright, thick oatmeal cheers all around. Oh, thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. Okay. It's really good. There's bacon and that maple brown sugar oatmeal together. It tastes much better than just fried. Finished on the smoky fire. Oh, yes. If you've never tried it, it's worth giving it a shot, especially camping. I can't believe yesterday when that tree fell on that paracord, it didn't rip out my tie out on the tarp. I didn't use the grommet. The grommet had previously ripped out, so I used a button. You know, like when you put a little bit of dirt in, you wrap around, bunch the tarp around it, and then you wrap the paracord around that, like a little button. And it didn't rip. And the whole tree, like basically the weight was on it. You saw when I released the tension, it really went. Crazy. It's good to know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Why is it not going over? Okay, that's why. The color of the ground, eh? It's not even sand, it's like earth, like clay and sand mix maybe. Soil. Oh, it's raining. What a surprise. Okay. Had no idea. Good thing I got a fort in the woods. Good thing I've been building a fort in the woods. Alright, let's get another piece up there. Okay. There we go. See? Yeah, they're all starting to. At least they're moving in unison. Okay, it's coming together. So we got 5 big logs on there, another, you know, like 7 normal size would do. And that's not hard to come by. I've got potentially one there, another one there, another one there. And so very many broken off trees to take still. Not a big issue. I think I'm done for today, for this trip. I'm gonna pack up now. So let's see, I told you guys I'd fold this up. Remember I hit it with the log yesterday and bent the heck out of it. It's actually funny, I have basically the same exact bend in the same exact spot on my 21, on my Boreal 21. Anyways, let's fold it up, see if she still folds fine with that bend in it. And it does. Look at that. The old boomerang saw. The Joe special. Give me the Joe special. All right. And then now, what about the case? I'm sure it'll be fine in the case. Look at that. No harm, no foul. All right. I'm gonna pack up here. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for coming on this trip to the fort with me. Had a lot of fun. Got a lot accomplished. We'll be back very soon. Be sure to bring you guys with me. Take care.